Hi guys, I thought I'd try and give you some feedback using screencasting. This is the first time I've done it, so be patient. So, let's take a look. Sounds good. Okay, good. Um, we don't need a gap here. Grammar problem here, much more easier to be afforded. Easier is a comparative, so we don't need much more. And it's strange to say to be afforded. Might be better to just say easier to afford. There is no doubt it's not very academic style, it's more like everyday speech. And by yourselves, personal pronouns. Who are we talking about here? Waiting, something's missing here, we need another preposition. And why however? Why do we need however here? Just because the increasing automobile consumer traffic congested. I think this sentence needs to be written again, and I don't think however is an appropriate link here. Okay, next. The age at which young children first attend school is being early. That sounds a bit strange. You could say has been getting earlier in the last decade or in the recent past. While is not the correct link here, so I think you need to look at your linking words. And you need a verb here, go back to work. Maybe main reason caused this situation. I think we need to rewrite this whole sentence with some cause and effect words. This situation may have been caused by the need for mothers to return to work, for example. But is getting into school earlier will benefit children? Okay, this is a rhetorical question. There's also a lot of grammar problems in it. We don't have rhetorical questions in academic style. So you could say, but there is a question as to whether starting school earlier is beneficial to children. Okay, this is not a very good way of reporting Jenkins because it doesn't link very well to the past sentence. So some evidence from Jenkins suggests that early schooling may cause social problems like blah blah blah. Okay, so I think you need to try again here. Okay, next. There are two reasons cause traffic jams in recently. There are two reasons for traffic jams in the last few years, maybe, or recently. But recently tends to refer to very near to now. So if you're talking about the past few years, use the past few years. People try to buy cars for saving money. Doesn't really make much sense. People try to buy cars for saving money because transport is too expensive. Is it really cheaper to have a car than to use public transport? I'm not sure if that's accurate, and for saving money is not a very good way of expressing this. You might use in order to instead. Okay, driving by themselves, personal pronoun, not academic style. To is the wrong word here. Both affect the traffic being worse doesn't sound correct. So look at the way that affect is used. It's not used in this way. Both cause something, traffic problems might work. Try again. You need a comparative here. This is the wrong word form. Significant and important have a similar meaning. You probably don't need both of these words. That mothers of them is not correct here. Their mothers, perhaps, but personal pronouns are better to be avoided, so you might need to rewrite that sentence. Who researched this issue, get rid of in. In addition, the research shows it is necessary to pay more attention to mothers. I don't know what you mean by pay more attention for mothers that stay at home, so you might want to rewrite that part again. Next, nowadays there are so many jams on the road. Jam is not very academic vocabulary, okay? More academic to say traffic congestion, and jam is a very casual way of saying it. The car also becomes more economical than before. Grammar. Cars have also become more economical than before. Present perfect. Okay, that looks good. A significant amount of children. We've got a countable and uncountable problem here. We can have an amount of water, but we can't have an amount of child. We have a child or two children or a group of children, but we don't want to divide them in the same way we would divide water. One reason about this wrong preposition here. Who researched, I think influence is the wrong word here. Effect might be better. Okay, consequently, mothers may need to stay at home. This is a good link. Correct, well done. Driving is becoming more favourable than waiting for a bus. Okay, this may be true, but you might need to be more specific. Why is driving more favourable? And do owners of cars make roads busy, or is it the cars themselves? Try to be accurate in academic style. We studied whether it is benefit for children. This is the wrong word form, and you need to change the sentence to fit the correct word form in. Indicate that early schooling causes social problems. I don't think this is the right referencing word here. You could use has suggested, because early schooling and social problems, if the link is not definite, we might need a tentative verb like suggest. Indicate is much more of a concrete one. That phenomenon, but we've just mentioned the phenomenon, so I think we should use a different word here. That is slightly more distant than this, for example. So sounds a bit casual here. Whereas the cost of buying a car has fallen. We don't need down here. These two factors led to traffic congestion. Okay, this has happened over the past few years, and it's still happening now, so we might use present perfect in this sentence. Try again. Principal reason, very good. Jenkins had a research. We don't use have when we're talking about research. What verb do we need here? Think about it. He holds an idea. He proposes or he suggests, but hold an idea sounds strange. Okay, good ending there. Therefore, you've got a short argument. That makes sense. To the opposite is not correct here. You might use a different linking verb like while. and present perfect here. Driving is seen to have more freedom. This doesn't read very well. Maybe driving is more convenient. And I think present perfect is good here. Willing is the wrong word form. You need the noun, which causes, okay, good, which causes severe traffic congestion. You can get rid of the issue. What issue? Price of cars have decreased rapidly in the past decade, perhaps. To drive out. What does drive out mean? Get rid of out. Why, however? Normally, however shows the opposite side of something. That's not a good link here. Spelling mistake here. Precocious means more advanced than your years. So this is the wrong word here, although I understand what you're trying to say. Kids, not very academic. Research on it. Better to use the noun. This problem, perhaps. Need a plural here. No plural here. And no S here. Present perfect sentence here. Okay, not bad. Kids is not academic vocabulary. And did it suddenly happen approximately 5 years ago, or has it been happening over a period of time? Well, I suppose it could have been approximately 5 years ago. Beneficial to kids again. Okay, claims is a good reporting verb here. Taking into account the meaning of claims. Good job. Okay, from my point of view, it's not necessary here because in academic style, we don't really talk about our own opinion. We give our argument and our conclusion without saying that it comes from us. Prime reason caused this issue is related to the cost of public transport systems. Okay, this is confusing. The prime reason is related, or the prime cause is the cost of public transportation systems. Okay, which are quite expensive. We need something else here, a different comparator. And we need a different comparator here. For example, compared to. I think you need the progressive form here, because this is talking about what people are doing kind of right now. Also, you've got are, so you'll need the ing form. Juvenile person doesn't really explain that we're talking about young children. And they're not attempting to attend school. I'm sure they don't really know what they're doing. Their parents are sending them. So this is inaccurate. This sentence doesn't really make sense. Instead of a reason and a cause, you can just say the main cause of this problem. Preposition should be to. Besides is not the right link here. Okay, not bad.